Hi students, welcome to plus 2 computer class. Okay, we are discussing our first chapter, structures and pointers. Actually, structures and pointers both are belonging to data type category. In the plus 1 we studied data types, 3 classifications. Then from that classification, the pointers and also the structures we are studying now. Okay, then in the previous video we already seen dynamic operators like new and delete operator, memory allocation and deallocation, then working of new and delete operator, then what is mean by memory leak, what are the reasons for memory leak. Okay, all these things we learned in the previous video itself. Then in this section or in this video, we are continuing the structures and also the pointers chapter. The remaining sections are pointers. So in this video, I am going to include the operations on pointers. Operations on pointers, relational operators on pointers, and but is there any relation between pointer and array? And pointer and string, what does mean by character pointer, and also self-referential structure. Okay, self-referential structure. So we will start with operations on pointers. Operations on pointers. Operations on pointers. There are different types of operations are present. Logical operations, relational operations, arithmetic operations and all. So here arithmetic operation means increment and decrement operation. That is known as arithmetic operation. So here also we are using arithmetic operators like plus and also minus. Then we are assuming this is an array. Array name called AR. So we'll start with the first address 1000. Okay, what is its first address? Otherwise 1001. The first address is 1001. 1000. Then second address we will start with 1004. Then 1008. Then 1012. Then 1016, like that. Okay, that means this is an integer array. Integer array means first location 1000. Then if you want to go to the next location plus 4, that means 1000 plus 4 bytes, because each memory or each variable represent 4 bytes. So after 1000 it will lead to 1004. Then 1008, 1012, 1016, like that. So suppose this is an integer array AR. The first memory or the first element present is 36, then 39, 48, 50 and 61. We are assuming this is an array. Then let us assume a pointer. Okay, if int star ptr1. If int star ptr1 is here, then here we can connect pointer and also array as same. Every array contains an address called base address. For this array AR, what is the base address? Starting address is known as base address. So we can say that 1000 is also known as base address. Starting address of an array is known as base address. Starting address of array is known as base address. So here it is 1000. Then int star ptr1. For example, here if ptr1 memory address is 2000. ptr1 memory address is 2000 and now it is pointing to null because no other values were present. Then if we write ptr1 plus 1. ptr1 plus 1. That means we are incrementing the value of ptr2 or we are incrementing the ptr1 by 1. Then if we write ptr1, the value of ptr1 is 2000. Then automatically if we add 1, then it will lead to 2001. But here it is an integer pointer. So it will move to the next pointer variable. Next pointer variable means plus 4. So instead of 2001, what will be the value? 2004. So if we are incrementing by 1, it is incrementing by 4. Then again, if it is PTR 1 plus 2, then 2 into 4. So when we are using the iteration or when we are incrementing, it is incrementing by 4 if it is an integer variable. If it is belonging to character pointer, plus 1 means plus 1. Okay, because each character require 1 bytes of memory. Clear? So these are the specialities of pointer arithmetic. When we are increasing a pointer arithmetic or pointer value, it is incrementing according to the memory location or memory allocation or memory data type of the memory. Okay, so here what is the data type? Integer. Integer means 4 bytes. So plus 4. If it is character require 1 byte plus 1. If it is double, okay, instead of int, if here it is double SPTR, you know, double requires 8 bytes of memory. If it is pointing to 3000, then SPTR plus 1, it will move to 3008. Okay, so the incrementation is based on that particular memory or that particular data type. Clear? So that is integer and also double. So when we are incrementing, it is incrementing according to the type of data. Clear? Then in pointer arithmetic, we are only using increment and decrement operation. Okay, only increment and decrement operation. We can increase and also we can decrease. Only that two operations are possible in pointer arithmetic. Decrementing means 2000 or PTR minus 1 means we are decrementing by 4. Clear? So like that we are not incrementing by 1 according to the data type we are incrementing. That is known as pointer arithmetic. So only two operations are possible in pointer arithmetic. One is incrementation and second one is decrementation. Then next category. Next category is increment and decrement. The next one, relational operators. Relational operators means we can't compare the memory address. Okay, is it possible? We can compare the memory address. If it is greater than, less than, nothing will matter. So we can't use less than or greater than symbol, relational operators. Instead of that, we can use two relational operators. One is equal to and not equal to. Okay, the two relational operators that we are using in pointers are equal to and not equal to symbol. Equal to symbol and not equal to symbol. So we can compare whether both the pointers are having same address or not. So in arithmetic operator, increment and decrement operator, we can use relational operator equal to and not equal to symbol. Okay, equal to operator and not equal to operator is possible in pointer arithmetic. Okay, so two relational operators and two arithmetic operators. Clear? Then operations on pointers means here we are going to compare. This is an array. What is the array name? AR. So here I am going to use one more pointer variable. PTR is equal to ampersand of AR of 0. Okay, PTR is equal to ampersand of AR of 0. You know, PTR is a pointer variable name. So that I am declaring first. Int star PTR, pointer variable name. So that's why int star PTR. Then after that, ampersand of AR of 0. Ampersand of AR of 0 means here AR is the array name. So we are allocating ampersand of 0. That means first memory address of array AR. You know, the first memory address is known as base address. So we are allocating base address to the variable PTR. Base address to the variable PTR. So PTR is equal to ampersand AR of 0. Clear? Then next one I am going to explain some terms relating to the pointer arithmetic. Then so now if I am going to write Cout ampersand of PTR, what will be the result? If I write cout ampersand of PTR, what will be the address? Ampersand of PTR. Memory address of PTR will come. Otherwise, if I write PTR, what will be the value? Value memory address present at PTR. What is the memory address present at PTR? The first memory address. What will be the output? 1000. Okay. Then after that, cout star PTR. Cout star PTR. Value at PTR. Pointer variable PTR. Star PTR, value at pointer variable PTR. What is the value present at PTR? 36. Okay, value present at PTR is 36. Then, next case. Suppose I want to write cout AR. Here AR is not a pointer variable. AR is a normal array name. Cout AR. If I write cout AR, what will be the answer? Memory address of AR. Memory address of AR means it consists of 5 elements. So 5 different memory address will come. So instead of that 5 different memory addresses, it will give the first memory address. What is the first memory address? 1000. And it is also known as base address of array AR. Base address of array AR. Then next case, suppose in your textbook so many examples are there. So here I am going to write cout PTR plus 1. PTR plus 1. Now value of PTR is 36 because it is pointing to the first location. If we are incrementing by 1, what will happen? It will point to the next location. What is the which element present at the next location? 39. So what will be the answer? 39. Okay. So PTR plus 1 is belonging to pointer arithmetic category. Pointer arithmetic category. So we are incrementing a pointer variable by 1. Okay. So this or by this we can say that pointer and array name both are equal. Pointer name and array name, or array name also act as a pointer. Array name also act as a pointer. So here if we write cout AR, it representing its base address. So there will be a connection with pointer variable and also array name. So this is the just demonstration of how the pointer is connecting with array. Okay, this is only for integer pointers. Then suppose we want to represent characters. Okay, suppose if we want to represent characters, then it will change to character pointers. So instead of integer pointer, here I am using character pointers. Okay, here I am using character pointers. Character pointers means one or more characters to form a string. Then there will be similarity. You know, in +1 we are studying strcat function, then strcmp function, then strlen function. These all are string function. Suppose you want to include this function in your program, you want to include a special header file called cstring header file, then only it will work. Okay, for copying a variable and also for combining two strings together, we are using strcat function. strcat function is also known as concatenation function. Concatenation means combining two strings is belonging to the category of concatenation. Okay, so concatenation means we can combine two strings and we can check the equality. Equality checking is not possible. strcmp function is present. Instead of equal to, we are using strcmp function. But if we are using character pointers, we don't need that kinds of function. That equality and also equality checking, all these operations will be present in character pointers. So we can use equality symbol for comparing two character pointers. The first point or the first reason is the advantages of character pointers. So please look at the advantages of character pointers. What is the first advantage? Since there is no size specification, a string of any number of characters can be stored. That means we can add, or we can easily add any number of strings. There is no size specification. Then assignment operator can be used for comparing two strings. Then any character in the string can be referenced using a concept of pointers. Then array of strings also possible. So these all are the specialities of character pointers. Character pointers means normally if you are writing a character array, we will write like this: name of 10. Name of 10 means 10 characters we are using. That's why we are specifying the size. But if it is character pointer, you don't want to specify the size, it will automatically work. So that is the specialty. Size specification is not required. Equal to symbol we can use. Any number of characters we can add. So many features are present for character pointers. So we can easily use strings with pointers. Then one more concept is left, that is called pointer and structure. Pointer and structure. Pointer and structure means, here I am using a integer pointer int star ptr1. So here it is, it's an integer pointer, it will point to integer location. Then next one, I am going to include a pointer variable in a structure. So we can write like this: struct student, then open the bracket, int register number, then char name, then int star ptr, then close the bracket, semicolon. So here I am including a character pointer as a variable, int star ptr. That means a pointer variable we are using. Then next one, we can use pointer structure, pointer as an element in a structure. Then next one, suppose here I am using one more pointer called student star p. Look at the structure. Struct student, int register number, name of the student, student star p. What does the student star p indicate? Here student is a structure. The variable is a pointer. That means we are pointing to the same structure. Using a pointer variable, we are pointing to the same structure. This is known as self-referential structure. Self-referential structure. Self-referential structure. A structure is pointing to itself is known as self-referential structure. Okay, I mentioned this because in third chapter we are studying about linked list. In linked list we will use this term self-referential structure. Okay, programming notation is not required, but you want to identify the concept of self-referential structure. What is meant by a self-referential structure? A structure is pointing to itself is known as self-referential structure. Okay, clear? So these are the basic concepts relating to array and structure, especially for integer array and also character array, and along with the pointers and structures. Hope you understood the concept of array and also structure. So again we will revise the concepts that we studied. First one was array. What is mean by array? Is there any connection with pointer and also array? Then we started with self-referential structure, then relational operators, then pointers in a string, then how we can point from using a self-referential structure, we can point to the same structure again. So all these belonging to array and also structure. Then one more term is that is called dynamic array. Dynamic array means here pointers we are using for allocating memory dynamically. So the array that is creating using dynamic memory allocation is also known as dynamic array. Okay, clear? Then you want to write one question in your notebook, that is, what are the different specialities of character array and what is meant by self-referential structure. Okay, so hope you understood these two terms. Then the remaining section, that means its section is over. Then the revision section we will discuss in the next video. Okay, then thank you. Stop.